So I remember I was off camera. Let me know if you guys want to see that video. I did record it. I want this video to be a little shorter since I'm going to be talking. Okay, so I have this palette that I got from Walmart just because it was a lot of pretty colors. I'd always try to get like a drugstore palette and then a kind of more quality, better quality palette that has like the color scheme or something that I want, just so I can compare, or I can just have like a cheaper version that I can just like take with me if I travel and I don't mind losing or something like that. So I got this palette from Walmart. It's Profusion Cosmetics and it was like $5 or whatever, and it's 10 shades, but it has these neon colors in it. So I think that I want to do something with these. It's brand new, so I haven't tried it. I don't know like what this pigmentation is gonna be like. Looks fine on my finger, but like I'm gonna try to do Heat Wave in like my crease area. I'm gonna go into my NYX eyeshadow base and I'm gonna put that on my crease. So today I think that we should talk about, just have a little conversation about college, life after college, y'all. I just graduated. I would like to say I just graduated, but it's almost been a year now. Coming up in this May, it'll be a year where I've graduated, and I've been in this adult life, y'all, and it's something. All of your expectations for after college should be dropped. Just because things don't always go as you planned. Like, I think everything up to college and graduation, like everything went as I planned it to be. Like, it was kind of smooth sailing, other than being married. I didn't plan that part. But yeah, I didn't expect, so when I graduated college, I didn't have a job. And you know, guys, I was already married. Me and Cindy, and we got married in college in December. And that wasn't something that I had expected. That threw me for a loop. And I also didn't expect it to be that hard to find a job in my major after college. I didn't anticipate that. I thought it would just be like how STEM students do. You know, they apply for their jobs, they go on multiple interviews, you flew out for your interviews, all that. And no, I mean, in the fashion world, they want you to have loads of experience. They want you to have sewn and had multiple fashion shows and everything like that under your belt. And I mean, not that I blame them. I totally understand when you're putting the hands of your company and things in the hand of a newcomer, especially like creative wise, and you don't know their skill set just because they went to school for fashion. It's kind of hard to bank on. There's different levels to creativity, I feel like. And it's kind of hard to judge somebody's creativity. It's very easy to judge somebody critically on STEM and things, but creativity, it's a lot harder. And I didn't process that when it came to applying for jobs. You know, I'm applying for big boy jobs like STEM people apply for big boy jobs. And I'm like, yeah, I can get it, you know. Not saying that I couldn't, but I didn't realize that in the fashion world, you really have to start from the bottom. But all my fashion students that really are like wanting to like go ahead first for it after college, especially like working for someone and not necessarily doing stuff on your own, kudos to you. Let me know how that goes, because it did not go as expected for me. I'm gonna blend this out with this pink color. It's called Rad. Okay, that looks better. Let me see what this will do. I think I need like I needed like a transition for sure. I feel like I keep losing this red. Okay, that's cute. That's gonna be cute. Okay. As an area that was married to somebody who was a STEM major. So I was relating a lot of my opportunities to him, and he was getting so many big job offers. And you know, social media like paints it like it's just everything is peachy keen. Everybody's like, yeah, I got this job offer with this much money. And me as a fashion student, I'm like, well, dang, why aren't these big companies getting me? And I'm realizing that you know, it's totally different because it's a creative aspect. I had to really work on me with my mind about that, because I was really sad and depressed because I did not get those opportunities that I felt like I wanted to get or that I could do. A lot of with fashion, you kind of have to go, you have to go either like from the bottom if you want to work for a company, or if you want to do it for yourself, you have to get it in the dumps by yourself, like, you know, and that's just not something I wanted to do. I didn't want to go by myself, and I didn't want to have all those trials and the trial run phase of the business, and where you could just lose a lot of money just because you lose a lot of time because you don't really know what you're doing. So that's why I didn't want to do it by myself. I rather would work for a company, learn that stuff, you know, for a first 10 years after college or whatever. Learn that business aspect, learn that stuff of what to do and what not to do, understudying a designer and doing stuff like that, and then going on my own. That was my plan, at least. However, like even now I'm learning now, like things are not gonna go as planned, and plus I need to just go ahead and submit my plan to God, because a lot of the reason why things weren't going as planned is because I thought that I could just do it out of my own will, and that wasn't the case. I really like this peachy color. It's called Gnarly. It blends really well. Gosh, this eye is better than this eye. I'm gonna cut my crease. I am not the best at cut creases, but we're gonna try today because I really feel like I can do it. It's quarantine time, so I can try a lot of things. I have the time. Creases cut. Oh Lord. This is scary. So, first advice, I would drop all expectations. Give all your expectations to Christ, because when it comes to after college, nothing is gonna go as you plan. Nothing is gonna go as you expect them to go. So you really have to trust God in that situation, in that time, and in that period, because He's the only one who knows your next steps. He's the only one that knows honestly what's truly and best for you. So when it comes to that, you can't be so down on yourself for not getting things right, getting things the way that you felt like they should go, in the timeline that they should go. Especially because we live in a time period where social media dictates a lot of what we see. They show a lot of, you know, success and not a lot of the down period and the in the time period that we are down, and the trials and tribulations that we do go through, the different aspects where we were told no and we weren't told yes, where we didn't get the big deal, we didn't get the big offer, and we had to settle for a job that you didn't expect you to have. And so that's what I would say first and foremost, is to drop all those expectations. And once I started to drop those expectations, I just realized that the time period that God has me on, that it's just not yet for the job that I expect to have or want to have soon. But I am happy where I am. I did end up getting a job at Mercier, which is a great company. It's kind of like a higher end retail. And I work in women's sales, where I basically shop for people and style for people, and just work in women's sales and women's clothing, selling, and all that good stuff in regular retail. And it's not where I want it to be. I am not the retail type of person. However, it's where God has me, and I am really happy and content in where He has placed me right now. And I think that it's going to be beneficial later. So I'm going to go on with this yellow color. Hopefully it's pigmented, because I be feeling like every time I get a yellow shade, it don't be. Oh, okay. I don't know how this is gonna work. I need like some pigment colors, like the shades that come in like the little cases. I'm gonna get some of those. So if y'all know somebody that sells some, like black owned brand preferably, that sells them, I would love to, you know, sow into their business and purchase some from them. So drop that in the comments, or send me the link or something on my social media. I would love that. I feel like I'm gonna lose that yellow. I want to go back into this gnarly color, the peachy one. Yeah, that's gonna be cute. Okay, what you guys didn't see was, start it over. Okay, so I used the eyeshadow base at the bottom, but I didn't use it on my crease because it was too oily on my crease. I don't know if it's like too much product or whatever, but it wasn't drying down. So hopefully I still get the same amount of pigment, which I don't think I will, but. I put on my lashes. I didn't do a liner. And I did a little glittery little thing around my crease. I'm gonna put my primer. I'm gonna use Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So what was we talking about? Yeah, after school. We moved out of Huntsville without me having a job. So we moved to good old Texas, where we are now. Really wasn't doing well with grasping the fact that I was the one girl who followed the man after college, who didn't have a job, who didn't have a plan. I mean, I had a plan to get a job, but I didn't have any prospects in mind or anything like that. And it was very upsetting for my pride and confidence. Man, like I was really down. And so God just took me through a time period of just realigning myself with him, my desires, with his desires for me, and what he wanted for my life, essentially. This is a shade I was in the summer, and I am not even the shade yet, but it's still fairly early. Texas, it's March, and oh, it gets hot and I get golden. Once I got down here and I started to get a job, it was better. And I thank God that I had my husband through it all. He helped me through a lot, not just like staying in a room and being down and stuff like that, but helped me get out. We were in a new city together, so we did a lot of exploring together and still house hunting and decorating, and so that kept my mind occupied. So yeah, I'm happy that I had my husband through it all, not just like focused on things that I didn't have, but counting my blessings. The fact that I was in a new city already alone, where we both didn't know really anyone, was already hard. And I'm glad that we had each other, because like for those that are moving away after college in another city where you don't know, oh my gosh, it's gonna be such a shocker, because it's gonna be different. Like, you thought moving to, like, if you went to a new city or a new place to go to college, that's totally different from moving from a school to like another place where you're not in school. Because in school, like, it's easier to make friends. You're in the same classes, you guys get the same homework, and you just be like, hey, you want to come do this homework with me over at my place, blah 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 blah. No, in another city, like, you literally have to be friendly. You have to make friends. And I keep telling people, like, when I got out of college, I realized that I really wasn't friendly. Like, I only had friends because Simeon had friends, and I was friends with Simeon's friends, or like I was friends with them from fashion class, and that's it, really. And I blend it out with my beauty blender. But yeah, that was it. Like, that was literally it for me. So it was such a shocker, like, coming here. And I'm not the type of person to just be friends with everybody from work and stuff like that. So it was really hard, like, coming into the real world where I now, like, really work with a lot of white people. Coming from an HBCU, I was conditioned to be around Black people. And it is a culture shocker when you come into the real world and you're like, oh yeah, there are other people and other colors that I actually do have to get along with. I have to hold a conversation with. I have to, you know, make do. And that was a culture shocker for me, because even in growing up, like, I grew up in the hood. I grew up around Black people. And then I went to a school for Black people. Like, I wasn't around a lot of white people. Honestly, I didn't even realize, like, I know people always talk about, like, Black people being the minority and things like that. But that didn't really kick in to me until I got here in Austin, where I was like, why can't I find a hood? Because you're a minority. Like, that's why. And I know those trolls is about to come on here talking about, so see, that's why you go to PWI, that's a plus. No, I still very much am very much HBCU till I die kind of person, because when going to HBCU filled me with such a pride. When it came to fitting in with white people, I didn't feel like I needed to change who I was just to fit in. I didn't feel like I needed to relate to their scenarios or anything like that. Like, I knew who I was and I wasn't going to change it just because I was in a place where I was a minority and they couldn't relate. You just can't relate, and that's going to be that. And I love the fact that I went to HBCU, because I feel like if I wouldn't have had that kind of confidence going into the workplace of standing my ground and knowing who I am in Christ, and as Christ made me as a Black woman. So I definitely am still HBCU till I die. Actually, I'm HBCU till I die, but I'm also pro-choice and pro-money. Gotta get your education for free, because there's no point in paying when people are trying to pay for you to get education. I'm gonna contour with my matte concealer. This is almost gone. I need to figure out what shade this is. I wonder if they do the refills on concealer or if it's just foundation and stuff. So, second piece of advice I would give for anybody that's going to a new city, you're alone, you don't really know anybody, I advise you to adventure. That's really what kept a lot of my mind sane, a lot of my mind positive, a lot of me just knowing where I am in Austin. Like, you want to adventure, you want to get to know where you are, new places. Y'all, adventure. You're still young. Go and see what's in your city. Go and see what's around. You might find your new favorite place. You never know. This pink is actually pretty bright. Like, I am very surprised with the pigment in this palette, honestly. It's just really powdery, but it is very pigmented. But I mean, that's pretty impressive for a palette. Like, any other palette that I have that has yellow in it, I just don't use, because it literally looks like ash. Yellow ash. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna use 2 powders today just because I'm feeling happy. What did I say? I said give all your expectations to God. Make sure you adventure if you're going to a new city. And pray. I really think that I grew really strong in prayer, especially when I first got here. Now, when I started working, I kind of got off, but when I first got here, I was really like deep in prayer, just because I did not want my thoughts to swallow me. You don't want your thoughts to literally consume you. Every negative thing that you can think of can literally come into your mind and during those times, and that's not what you need. You already know what you lack. You already know. You see it on social media. Everything that you don't have, they show you. After college and you're struggling and you're like, I want these things, I felt like I should have had them by now. You really have to chill out and pray. Give those expectations to God in prayer. Give your timeline that you felt like you should have had, give that to God in prayer. And this is a Mercier powder, and it's the glow one, so it has a little highlight in there. You would have thought I was going somewhere out. I'm beating this face to go to this living room. Okay, I'm about to spray my face and then I'll put on my blush and all that good stuff. Y'all didn't see this, but I put white eyeliner in my waterline. I did mascara, smoked out the bottom with that pink and red color. So now I'm gonna put on some highlight. I think I'm gonna just do a nude today. I have all this color. So sorry y'all, but nude is gonna be for me. Well, I can't find the actual color that I want, so maybe I'll just go with this one. No, this one's better. And then I'm gonna use MAC lip gloss. This is in the color Boy Bait. I'm gonna use this lip pen and put a little bit in the middle. Let me spray my face. All right, guys, and this is the final look. This is really cute. I'm so happy I did color. Like, yeah, it's so cute. Now I wish I had somewhere to go. But it's okay. I'll keep it on in the living room as we quarantine. Y'all stay up and take heed of the conversation that we had today. I hope that anybody that is going through a tough time transitioning from college to real life, let me know. I'm always here to talk, to pray with you, talk God stuff, talk real stuff, talk girl stuff, whatever. Okay, I went and kind of did my edges for my hair and put on a nice shirt that kind of went with the look. And I just wanted to come back and show you guys, this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the talk, got something from it. If anybody wants to talk about life after college, adult life, girl stuff, anything, honestly, just DM me. My social media handles will be in the bio, comment section, whatever that thing is called, under the video. And leave comments below about any other videos and content that you want me to upload, any other looks you want me to do, hair videos, which will be coming soon. And yeah, I think that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the look. I'll insert some videos and some clips because I do think it's pretty cute. It came out pretty well for a $5 Walmart eyeshadow palette. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you like this video and like it. Give me a thumbs up. And I guess I'll talk to you guys later.
I just want nothing else.